Welcome, y'all. Welcome to our show, man. 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationships is all about
addition and subtraction.
I'm one of your hosts, Trey Verdejo.
And I'm Gina Verdejo.
You know it's true. I wanna go with you. I'll be right there. To you.
What it is.
What's going on?
Yeah. It's your boy, Trey Verdejo.
It's your girl, Gina Verdejo.
And welcome to 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationship is all about
addition and subtraction.
Yeah, episode 6.
This episode 6.
Equality. Yeah.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
Number 6.
I'm learning.
Yeah, we've been watching the Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this is me and my crew back in the days. Couple little updates before we get into, our topics. I want to start off by, I'm always praising my wife. And always making sure she understands that I see, some of the things that she's doing and the growth, us relocating down here and her stepping out the box. She started her own book club, and we recently just did a speaking event. Kind of tell us how that happened, what you did, and why was that important for you?
So one of the things that I had to tap into was joining groups on social media to try to meet people, because we absolutely don't know anybody.
None of them freaky groups either.
None of those.
All this travel and fuck off.
Not that. One of the ladies shared an empowerment seminar for young women, teenage girls, stuff of that nature, and I reached out to the organizer. She has a nonprofit organization, and for me, I had a mentor at a very pivotal time, so I always try to reach back to the community.
Dope.
I'm really big with the young people in Baltimore, my kids' friends and everything. I'm like the community mother. So it was really important for me to make time, and I was just so excited to be able to give back. So that was important for me. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Thank you, baby.
I got you.
Always my biggest supporter
what I'm saying?
in every
I got
aspect, everything that I do. It's important to have your partner have your back like that, y'all. It helps, because I step into so many things and you want to follow through with it. So having support helps you follow.
No doubt. And it kind of flips into our next announcement.
Absolutely.
Because just like I push her, she's kind of been pushing me like that. And I got some books that I'm sitting on that, we're about to push out. And it's a book that me and G actually wrote together years ago.
Many years ago.
She was sitting there with me, giving me ideas and shit like that, and we put the story together, and we're gonna kind of relaunch that, so be on the lookout. But yeah, man, the books, man. Leading to our next topic,
the biggest one. Drum roll, please.
We officially made 1 year.
1 year.
1 year as far as relocating to South Carolina.
We made it. It's weird
year.
because I videoed so much that I didn't share through this process.
Yeah.
And I might tap into another platform to kind of chronically show some of the things that went on behind the scenes of relocating. We talk about expectations all the time. But let me tell you about reality.
Yeah, there's a difference between...
It's a difference.
Expectation and then versus, boom, reality. I mean, we may have some that are similar because we sometimes talk about them, but we may have some that are different. But man, what are some of your...
My expectation for going to a southern state was what I saw on TV. Everybody just so nice and hey, sugar, hi, honey, and oh, come on. They were gonna bring me a basket because we were new to the neighborhood. I was waiting on muffins.
She definitely was.
I
was like, man, that's
I was so
movies.
disappointed.
Yeah,
I didn't get no wine. I didn't get a welcome to the neighborhood. No welcome wagon. None of that.
Yeah.
So that was like my expectations, and I really was serious about it. But the reality is the day and time, and people mind the business that paid them. I was really expecting a lot of southern hospitality of what I saw on TV.
But yeah, to me, some of the expectation versus reality, I didn't know, I'll be honest, I didn't know how challenging and the transition was going to be, as far as not being so easy to get to my kids or see my kids. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than, especially whenever you hear, your kids go through something or something's bothering them, and you can only talk over the phone. That transition kind of has been a little hard. I gotta admit, you know what I mean. So that was like my expectation was like, nah, it'd be alright. You know what I'm saying? We can always FaceTime. We can always do this. And I got grown kids. It ain't like they got, grandkids. But yours could be a little tougher when it comes to that. But still, you know what I mean. So I think that was kind of like the reality of it. Kind of like hit me like, damn. You know what I mean?
I am transitioning out of mom guilt. I dealt with that. It was so hard on me.
You went through it.
For a very long time. And the pressure of that was really, really hard. I had a lot of dark days, a lot of tears, and Trey had to it's going to be okay. Well, you want to go tomorrow? I'll send you. We'll figure it out. Mom guilt is real, and our kids are grown, and I have grandkids who are well taken care of, but reality smacked me in my forehead. It was tough, and I'm just starting to see the light. So that's true.
Yeah, that's why we talk about it, because I know there's people literally who may be going through this thought process of, I want to change. I want a whole new change of scenery. And I just want, and sometimes we be afraid because of some of the setbacks, and we just talking about it and admitting it. But what I will say is, and this ain't, this, I'm just speaking from the heart. It don't really matter the process as long as you got a good partner through it.
Support.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying?
Because, and I gotta stand on business, like they say, because there's gonna be outside doubters that may say something from my side or maybe from her side. Cause y'all crazy, y'all moving all the way over there. Why? Boom, boom, boom. Ignoring the fact that us as a couple, we had that conversation, went through all those decisions, and decided we're gonna do it. You know what I mean? So the process, it could be scary. It's not easy. But it'll work out as long as you and your partner are fully in it.
And we ask each other all the time, are you good?
Yeah.
You okay? You sure? You all right? Everything good? So it's a reassurance, even on those, I would say, heavy days when we just want to jump in the car and go to the kids and say, hey, whatever. It doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
It does not. Yeah. So it's been a plus. But again, I think you hit it on the head. Having the right partner when you're going through it makes all the difference.
Facts.
Okay.
Now, what changes that we had to immediately make for moving from, the Baltimore area, the DMV area, to Columbia, South Carolina? Because I think everybody and I think I said this before, but I think people fucking think we live
in the country,
and dirt roads and you know what I'm saying, horses and we, you know what I'm saying.
It's weird. We look like we live in Columbia, in Maryland. Baltimore.
Yeah. So
it looks the same.
But anyway, what are some of the changes you felt we had to make immediately?
Trying to figure out the lawn and the landscaping and all of that. That's not my thing. But the heat. Let me tell y'all about this heat.
Oh, man.
I love heat. That's why I wanted to leave the cold climate, because it hurts my body, period, right? Was not prepared for what we got, but I'm getting there.
Some of the immediate changes, because...
You're better at it than me.
Yeah, I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? This is what I wanted, so I be trying to, put the energy into all the... whatever the things that we need to get done. If we could do it ourselves, we could adjust. The lawn thing. The house where we was at before, we had a small ass yard. I used to pay a little.
And we paid somebody to cut the grass.
I ain't own a lawnmower. You know what I'm saying?
We sure did.
But now here's a little different. So, and just the other day I was like, you know what? Fuck the grass. You know what I'm saying? Like our backyard, there's no trees covering. You think I'm gonna be out there watering every day?
And we got a big yard.
As hot as this sun is, I'm gonna take care of the front. You know what I mean? But the back, I'm just gonna cut it. I ain't gonna be feeding that grass. None of that. Not too many changes. You know what I'm saying? What are some of the things that you love so far versus what are some of the things that we hate? We ain't taking no shots, you know, just in case anybody from South Carolina watching. But what are some of the things you love and hate?
Not really sure about something that I actually love, because I've only lived one place my whole life. But one of the things that has really been like is, for me, and I know this sounds weird, I can't get crab meat. I hate it. It drives me crazy because I be really wanting it. I be tasting for it, and it's not easily accessible to me.
And it's not like it's not crab meat out here. It's just,
it's
shit
not
don't taste
the
like
same.
crab meat. Yo.
And I've had to adjust. I actually, for our diet, the way that we eat and the things that we don't eat or whatever, I have to go so many different places to accommodate us. So if I was going to say something that I hate, I think that's it. Because I'm on a scavenger hunt trying to find ground turkey and trying to find good fish and, you know, no crab meat. I've totally thrown in the towel for that. I do like the main street. I like downtown. I really enjoy downtown here.
I love downtown. I love a lot of the history.
And 5 Point has been on my radar right now.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like a Fells Point.
Right.
But downtown has so many cool things. I enjoy it. I do like that.
What advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about relocating to another state?
For me, my advice would be list your pros and cons, which is something we definitely did that. No matter what city you're going to, list your necessities and make sure that you check on all of those before going. It's okay to make a couple little trips. What you think seasonal may not be what you want. Prices may not be where you want them to be. So do your research.
So to piggyback and to probably give a little bit more clarification what she's referring to, you know, the research part is so important. And us, we made like 2 trips down here. We made 2 trips.
No, we did 3.
We did 3 trips down here, and that's not even enough. You know, we didn't relocate an hour, 2 hours away. You know, we 7-8 hours away from our original place of home. So, you know, flying and driving, you got to make sure you have some type of budget for that and be ready to make those trips. We even was paying people. I think we talked about that too.
Yeah, we sure did.
Paying people to come and look at houses. And be on, you know, iPhones with us and stuff like that. So, but you know, those are some of the things that, you know, I definitely would advise to make sure that you be ready to do. Understand that also, it doesn't matter whether you move from down south to up north, from Midwest to the East, you know, wherever you move to, it's going to be an adjustment of pace.
Absolutely.
Especially if you've been somewhere as long as what we've been. You know, I was in Maryland for almost 20 years, and you've been there all your life. You got to be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, and be prepared for those. Like she talked about, it will be some dark days and things of that nature. So
my patience, whew.
Yeah.
I'm still working on that.
Yeah, she'll go to Kroger's. And for those who don't know what Kroger's is a supermarket.
Oh my gosh!
And she'll come back like, yo, she was ready to kill 3 people. I'm ready to squabble. So
again, I'm working on my patience, and he is so laid back, and I'm on like 1,000. Again, like you said,
be patient. Be patient. You know, be open to the difference.
Absolutely.
Be open to the difference.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think that's a good way to put it. Be open
to the difference.
We recently just came back from a wedding. It was a pleasure for me to witness, you know, that special moment. You got a chance, be able to help through the process from here.
We did a lot of phone communication.
So who we talking about?
Out of my crew, my siblings, my blended family, the baby boy of our group got married, right? And he is really the youngest out of all of us. So my mother got remarried and blessed me. My bonus dad blessed me with siblings that I didn't have. And we all have transitioned and got married. We got kids, all of us. And the baby boy got married. And it was one of those like, okay, do we want to jump in and take over? No. Do we want to let him do his thing? Yes. Do we want to assist? Yes. Are we going to have a couple of bumps? Yes. Because I'm in South Carolina. So some of the things I would want to do and be hands-on, I know I can't.
Right.
I had other things going on. I couldn't fly back and forth. We made it work as best that we could. But I gave him and his wife my word. I got you. I was like, I got you. Now, I have had a wedding and a full reception, so I know what goes into a coordinator, how they make things flow. I was very hands-on for my own wedding, so I understood the assignment. I also understand, and I'm not in denial, my family party. They gonna drink.
They get down.
They get down.
They get down.
But what I wanted to take away was, I'm gonna take the stress off of you. I got it. Like, I'm gonna help. So it was a pleasure for me to put together and execute what I was asked to do. That's all I did. All I did was what I was asked to do.
No, you went above and beyond. The day of the wedding, you know, I came in there. I had my little seat. I had my other seat for my wife because I thought we
was gonna be together,
enjoy and watch. But no, my baby ran that wedding from the beginning to the ending and make sure everything went smooth.
Right.
And directing and this and that without really too much practice and communication.
I didn't have a chance to get there early.
You did your thing.
So I freestyled, and like I said, when you deal with other people that are there, and you got a DJ, you got a caterer, I'm just touching base, and I'm like, yo, we're gonna do this, and that's an organizational skill. Like,
yo,
I'm gonna do this. Like, I got this.
And the hustler that I am, hustle. I'm sitting back watching everything. Well, I come back home. I said, babe, you know you can start your own business, right?
He was like, yo, I just watched you execute this.
I just watched you do your thing. Like, but anyway, yes.
And again, like I said, when somebody asks, you have a choice. You can say yes or you can say no. If you're going to say yes to me, I'm going to go all in. I'm not going to do it for everybody, but for him,
yeah, that's a brother. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to make it as smooth as a transition because the bride and the groom is your day. But it was an honor to be a part of that.
Dope.
So, and we, like I said, we have kids. We're looking forward to being a part of our kids getting married. Gerald is by far like my son because he's so young. And him and my oldest daughter are so close in age. People really thought he was my son. Mm-hmm. So again, it was different for me. It hit a little different for me. But I'm glad we got through it. It's over. I'm happy for them.
I'm going to throw this question out here, throw it out there, and then I'll give you my perspective, and then maybe you can share your perspective.
Okay.
All right. So, what would make someone say yes when you propose? All right. So, I'm going to walk you through kind of like my thought process. For me, I looked at it a little different this go around versus my first go around. My first go around, I think I was more selfish in the process. This go around, it was more of a dialogue, conversation about our process, our relationship, expectations, things of that nature. I gotta ask this woman to marry me, and I have to adjust me personally and some of my personal beliefs on how I carry things to make sure that when I do ask the question, I don't ask it and then throw out limitations of what we're gonna do. As far as a wedding, this, that, the other. You know what I mean? So I went through those kind of thoughts in my head. Did I ever think that, she would say no? That didn't run across my mind, but I was cocky in the sense that, I know she's gonna say yes. Because I have fucked up in our relationship and shown or given the opportunities for her to walk away. I definitely gave her those opportunities, and she never did. you know, I'm going to the jewelry store and I'm gonna look, see what's popping. I was thinking I was gonna leave, you know, some money down, come back. And I was like, yeah, you can get that for that, and get, you know, you can leave right now with it. I was like, what? I can do what? I didn't even know, you know. I didn't know when to do it, how to do it. I know I had it. Now it was time to plan when to do it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we went out for Mother's Day, and you know, we talked about it. And that's when I did it. But man, when he put that case and give me the little bag and put it in my hand, from that moment, I knew things were going to be different.
Because of the ring.
I felt that energy. I felt that energy. But what about you? That you probably, I think we talked about this. I don't think you thought I was going to propose or...
No, and I felt weird because I had put... That's why they say be careful what you say. Be careful of the energy you put out there. Just because of my first marriage, I didn't have... I had an amicable divorce. But the marriage to me put such a sour taste in my mouth. It dampened my thought of wanting to ever be a wife again. I don't want to get married again. And everybody that knew me knew that. And then I met a man who changed my perspective. And he just loved me differently, that I felt like, damn, I really could do this again, but do it the right way. Because I had learned so many things. But the timing of it was so unexpected. We were in a good space. We had pretty much, to me, I felt like we had hit reset and we were going like, yo, we good. And I'm watching this person. Remember, we talk a lot. We talk about everything, good and bad, past and present, right? And that moment when you proposed, it felt like the room shook because I knew you had never done that. And now this is the thing, y'all. When you grown and you start dating somebody and you whatever this, it's not gonna be a lot of firsts. It's not gonna be like, this our first time. Yeah. This is my first time. Right. So that was a first, not just for him, but for me. I didn't have that the first go round. And as a little girl, some of us really imagine the moment. Some of us really want the moment. It was like we were in a room full of strangers and then nobody was there but me and him. And I couldn't think. I was just like, because I'm in shock. Like, the fuck? He is on his knee doing it in front of a room full of strangers. That moment was a first for him, and it was a big deal for me because I felt like I'm worthy. I'm worthy of that, because when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing.
No doubt. And whenever you see your partner do something outside of their comfort zone for you,
they're making this effort.
Yeah, I mean, you got a joy out of seeing me on my knee, mother. It was a beautiful moment. It was a beautiful moment, man. It was cool because when we definitely told this story, but again, we got to a spot, we went to the Next Face Cafe, and they had a live jazz band playing.
Yep.
And then, you know, everybody in there was dressed up too, so that was a beautiful thing. And he was like, yeah, we did a raffle, we're gonna announce the winners, and they called us up to the stage. And I just passed my phone to some stranger. I said, hey, record this. So she was recording. And I could see her talking about, yeah, we won. And then...
Because I win a lot.
She turned around and saw me on my knees. Is there a difference between a wedding and a marriage? Because, you know, to your point with social media now, a lot of people have all these high expectations because they see somebody else have this lavish, beautiful wedding. They want that. So,
right.
Or some people get caught up in just that process and forget, hey, it starts now after that. Absolutely. Now what y'all gonna do? So is there a big difference?
It's a big difference, and I try to stress this to all couples, even trying to officiate with them or counsel with them or speak just in general with people. You're throwing
titles out there because he's also an officiator. Right. You know what I'm saying? She's throwing titles out there. Okay, hustle, yo, hustle.
Making you understand the wedding is a ceremony. It's that day, it's a couple of hours, and then it's over. A marriage can be for a lifetime or a moment. It is what you make it. And you can get so caught up in the wedding, you forget about the marriage.
Do you think perception out there is, if I was to go get married at the courthouse, then my marriage is not real? Do you think that's a perception?
No, I think it's more of an image. And now they're transitioning. If you notice, anybody, like, I see so much more of courthouse, making it sexy, and they put so much thought into it now. It's not so taboo. I can tell you from experience, when you put more effort into a wedding and you don't try as hard in a marriage, it's going to fail. When we got married, we wanted it to look and feel like Trey and Gina.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Everything around it would be like, I can see that's them. That's them.
But let me ask you this, because you know, we always try to be as transparent as we can when we hear, you know, speaking to you guys. So, is there anything, and I answer first, to be honest. Is there anything about our wedding, the process, anything that you would have done differently? And I don't mean we had an extra 5,000-10,000 we would have done. I'm not talking about that.
Anything different. Period.
You know what I'm saying?
You going first?
Yeah, I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
I've been wanting to talk about this. One thing I would have done differently for my wedding was have a different best man.
I wanted that for you. Yeah.
I don't think I talked about this. And my man Ren, we actually hugged and cried about this. You know, I'm from New York. Everybody know I'm from New York. You know, I live in Baltimore, and of course I build relationships in Baltimore. And I had a particular relationship with a particular person in that area. And most of my other brothers, they in New York. I thought for me, it would have been an easier step, easier process to have somebody that was here local. And I chose him to be my best man versus, you know, one or two people who I could have picked, Remy or Fred. You know what I'm saying? So I think I have one of the worst best man speeches ever. I don't think I talked about this either. For men, you know, ladies out there, for men, you picking your best man based on who's gonna get your bachelor party right. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. You know
That's really
what I mean?
all it's about.
Yeah, that's one of the things I would have had definitely done differently. Besides that, man, that shit was perfect.
Yeah.
It was, to me, it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple people that wasn't there. You know, my kids had COVID.
If it was something I would have done different, I would have selected a different month. I would not get married in the same month as my birthday, because having our 3rd year anniversary, I don't know if I told you this or whatever, but I know sometimes with me, I can find my way into being spoiled, or I'm not a selfish person because I'm a very giving person, but there are moments that life has been life in me, and I need to celebrate still being here. And it's really big. I don't go over the top with it. It's just that people don't really know what you've been through, and they may not know that by looking at you, but I almost been out of here. So my trip around the sun is more than like, oh, I'm gonna turn up. I don't do that. I'm gonna get lit. I'm gonna do this and that. No, I'm going to be in the moment of my birthday.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take away from my anniversary.
Yeah, they are.
And it's in the same month. It's close.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to downplay either
COVID,
one.
you know, COVID. Again.
COVID threw us so many curveballs.
So we was going to get married in September.
Yep. And then it was like, let's change that. And then change the location.
But also, both our youngest were about to graduate,
They were graduating high school
the following year or that year.
That same year. The year that we got married.
We couldn't do it in the summer. You know what I mean?
We were celebrating the kids, graduating. It was a lot that went into it. Other than that, good day. Good day. And you realize after that wedding, we put more work into the marriage.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying by focus on the marriage. Of course, the wedding came and went, and we hit that 1 year mark, and we still felt like we were in struggle mode. And then we started working at it, like, yo, we got this, and it got better and better and better, and it's going to continue because we're working on our marriage. We're not going to have another wedding.
Yeah.
No.
We're going to renew our vows.
Because we going to have
And
our
maybe-
sons.
And maybe I could get a better best man speech. Do they do best man speech when you renew your vows?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, we're going to do it for this one. Yo, Ren, you coming, my nigga.
The
you know what I'm
speech,
saying?
yo,
Pause.
the speech, I didn't take it. I took it and then I didn't take it. I was okay with it, but
Yeah, it wasn't. He is. I know everybody. Yo, what was the speech? What was the speech? It wasn't that he was like.
he broke man code. Let's just put that out
He
there.
broke man
He broke
code,
man code.
and he didn't put no effort to it.
Right. I knew that part of
That part, you know what I mean? Alright guys, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, you know what I mean? Dope episode. Before we get out of here,
it. We still tapping into free dessert.
before we get out of here,
Yes.
please enjoy free dessert. Alright, what's going on, guys? Alright, free dessert.
Free dessert.
Now, because the temperature and the weather is so hot today, we had to get some ices and ice cream. So where we at, babe?
We are at Jeremiah's Italian Ice in Gelada.
Now, this is a black-owned spot in Columbia, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They specialize on all kind of ices, soft ice creams. And they did have, like, cheesecake cups almost. They had, like, ice cream and cake. And they had some of
But you
those,
can just add, it's like a layer. Add on.
Right.
You can dine in, you can eat outside, and they have a drive-thru. It's really cool.
Right. And again, black-owned, had a lot of little young girls in there working from high school.
Summer job.
Customer service was good. And the ice is pretty good. I got a mango and strawberry.
Chocolate.
And how chocolate is good because you know
Very
the
good.
chocolate.
It's good anyway.
All right. So let's get into our topic for free dessert.
Okay.
We kind of want to piggyback a little bit to some of the discussions we already had on this episode.
Right.
But we wanted to piggyback first on the importance of supporting each other because, you know, after the shows, we always have conversations like what was the best part. And that kind of linger more. We have more discussion like how important it is, you know, to support each other.
So as we, talked about previously in the episode, I brought up the topic again about this past year has been so good, and a lot of the things that I've ventured out to do, I wouldn't have done without your support. And even though it's important to always have a partner encouraging you, supporting you, it makes a big, big difference. And you need to let your partner know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Because again, I wouldn't have been able to do any of it without his support. And I mean, just encouraging me, baby, you can do it, go. Even when I don't want to go, you still push me to go. So it's been really good. And that's key. I think that's really important because it's like, we go back and forth with it.
Oh no, we definitely, you see areas of me where I may be lacking and be like, yo, Trey, I need you to be, boom, boom, bam. And you get me right back on focus. So I definitely appreciate that. And, having that support, a lot of times is just helping your partner see things about themselves that maybe they haven't noticed.
Right.
But you notice, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you want to remind them, kind of like at your brother's wedding, I'm watching you organize and orchestrate everything.
And what was the first thing you said when we got home?
Yo, babe, you could be an event coordinator for weddings. You know what I mean? Because you
Never
did
thought
that on the
about it.
fly. You orchestrated hours, just event planning.
Right.
You have those skills. So just those are like little examples. But what advice can we give to couples to kind of help increase that support or identify the support or how to push each other? That's the free dessert.
That's the free dessert. So I would think women, even if it's something we don't understand or we may not like, I'm like, I don't know, but your partner is showing interest in it, be supportive of it. Just let you never know where it may lead. Too, that's something else. The world is changing, and what you think may be something like a hobby or something stupid, and he's interested in doing it, it may turn into something financially a big gain for both of y'all. So I think having support, you never know what you can be tapping into. So remember that.
And you mentioned the word financially. Sometimes we get caught up in the sense of support only has to come financially. And that's not the case. You know what I mean? Some people,
not always monetary.
even if they have it financially, the support that you need from that individual may not be financially. You know, it could be some type of advice, some type of direction, you know, some type of connection. Whatever it is, you know, support come in different ways and forms. You just got to be open to it. You know, and we're not saying, hey, if your partner has a dumb idea, you just agree to the dumb idea.
Renaissance.
Yeah, because yo, trust me and believe, as many ideas I come up with, you don't know how many get shut down at the table when I share it with her. So it doesn't mean that, you know, you always have to agree to your partner's idea. Your job is also to analyze it and be like, you know what?
Make it make sense.
It ain't gonna add up. So it's been many times where I either scratched it or readjusted based on the feedback. So give each other that honest feedback and let each other know whether, you know, that'll work or that ain't gonna work, or that's part of your character or it's not part of your character. Or it may be something new for both of us. We out here doing a lot of things that are new, and we just, hey, as long as we support each other, we'll get through.
Let's try it. Let's see. You never know.
You know what I mean? So that's really the free dessert for this episode. You know, just being the ultimate supporter for each other.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, you don't want to sound cliche or that my partner's my best friend, but in reality, you know, you guys have to be each other's best friend.
This is my sounding board. When I'm thinking about anything, I run it past him first. Babe, what about this? What about that?
Not all the time, but most of the time.
All the time. Now, he may not. He be like, you know, but honest opinion, feedback. It's good to have that support.
Nah, and when you communicate with each other, you know, communication's been one of our, you know, we always get that. We can't say it enough. When you communicate with each other, you know, you start understanding and then start finding new things. You know, and sometimes you'll be able to find something that, you know, it been things she's seen in me that I ain't even see in myself. Because I'm so focused on my hustle. You know what I mean? And then with her, I see things, you know, that she could eventually get into and, you know,
new avenue.
Create some financial opportunities. But, you know, she's caught up in her hustle.
Right.
So we got to make sure we each other's eyes. That's what it means. When I call her my mirror of life, she's my reflection.
Absolutely.
So that reflection needs to make sense. If it don't make sense, you know, wipe the mirror down and get refocused.
Oh, I like that.
That's how we do, man. Free dessert.
You be coming up with stuff off
Free
the
dessert.
fly, y'all.
All right, it's your boy Trey Verdejo.
It's your girl Gina Verdejo.
And this is 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationship is all about
addition and subtraction.
Episode 6, free dessert. Support each other. All right.
Never gonna lose weight.
I know, man. I know. We're gonna have to pick a fruit stand for the next one, yo. Listen to the message on free dessert.
Absolutely.
Listen to the message on free dessert.
That's it.
Before we get out of here, man, I want to dedicate this episode to one of my favorite couples, Gerald and Tiara. Again, congratulations.
Congratulations,
you guys got married. A couple days after that, closed on a new house.
Absolutely.
Wishing nothing but the best. Can't wait to see your house, just like I can't wait for you guys to come see our house.
Inspiring couples to be better, right?
Come on now. That's what we do. Each one teach one. Hey, yo, it's your boy Trey Verdejo.
And it's your girl Gina Verdejo.
This is 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationship is all about
addition and subtraction.
Love y'all. See y'all soon. Peace.